Hi, welcome to RevSport. This is Ishan and Devashish. Good morning to everyone who's watching us from India. Obviously, as you all know, the Antigua leg is now completed. It's been a fascinating 2 days. A lot of cricketing action has taken place. Not a lot, actually, just an India match, but a lot of other work has taken place. A lot of travel log, a lot of site like going to places, going to see the culture of Antigua as well. Devashish, but before we talk about Antigua, we've managed getting some exclusive photographs and contents of that Indian team at the airport right after the game against Bangladesh. We have those visuals with us right now. We're going to play them for you. But tell me, what were your thoughts? Right after the game, we managed getting that exclusive content.
Yeah, obviously we did reach the VC Bar International Airport in Antigua. Obviously, all the teams has been traveling on the match days to a different venue for the Super 8 matches. We saw Bangladesh team leaving for Saint Vincent where they play um, uh, um, when they play their next game. And talking about India, obviously, we were waiting there for a long time, almost 2.5 hours at the BC Bar International Airport. Then we saw the entire Indian team coming and departing for St. Lucia, where they will take on Australia on June 24th.
Yes, and we got some fantastic visuals. I think we should just play them right away. I don't think we should wait for these visuals. We should just play them right away. And or should we wait for some more people to join? What do you think? We can.
Let's play it.
Okay, we can. Yeah.
दादा मामा मामा का दिलवा है
Yes, obviously those are some visuals. Devashish, any more thoughts on those visuals that you're taking?
Yeah, obviously, you could actually make out from that visuals that the entire team is in a jovial mood, and that is what you should be. Mama Ishan, what is that?
What's the plan for today?
Plan is to try and do some few travelogues before we travel to St. Lucia. Obviously, the big game coming is Australia, but then in St. Lucia, not much action is happening today because both the Indian and the Australian team won't be training today. Neither they have a press conference. It will be straight game day come on June 24th.
Yep, it's going to be game day straight.
Let me just tell him Murto that in Bangla as well for our Bangla viewers. Obviously, আমরা গতকাল আমরা এয়ারপোর্টে পৌঁছেছিলাম এবং এয়ারপোর্টে পৌঁছে আমরা ইনফ্যাক্ট আমাদের ইন্ডিয়ান টিমের ডিপার্চার ভিজুয়ালস আমরা পেয়েছিলাম এবং আমরা দেখলাম যে গোটা টিম সেন্ট লুসিয়ায় রওনা হলো। আমরা আজকে যাচ্ছি যদিও। In how many overs Australia need to win today for better run rate? We have to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll have to get back to
figure it out because we aren't able to watch the match live because in our apartment we are not getting to watch the match live. So we have to rely on the websites. Only after the match can we be able to say what exactly the net run rate. But we are definitely doing a video.
Yeah.
We are definitely doing
all the
video in the morning
to you.
As to highlight what the net run rate situation is and who becomes number one.
You were saying something to Amar there. You want to finish that? And
they already have a better run rate. Okay. Yeah. So obviously, what I was saying was that both me and Ishan, we headed straight to the VC Bar International Airport from the stadium where because you knew that the teams are traveling on the same day or the match day for the morning matches. So both the Bangladesh and the Indian team and they were staying at the airport. Bangladesh in fact traveled to St. Vincent and whereas Indian team after a couple of bars traveled to Saint Lucia, the entire Indian team was there. We saw Arshdeep parents, Hardik Pandya having a word with Arshdeep Singh's parents. We saw Rohit Sharma with his family. We saw Surya Kumar Yadav with his better half.
Yeah.
So and everyone was and the Indian players were in high spirits, and why not? Because they are already in the
Hmm.
semi-finals, and with the big game, a big match coming up against Australia. And so and you could actually they are in high spirits,
Yeah.
and given the way they have played this game, obviously the game against Bangladesh, there were so many high points when it comes to
Yeah.
the game against Bangladesh, with Rohit and Virat giving the start and that was missed so far in the tournament. They batted with a positive intent, and then from there on, Rishabh Pant is scoring that quick fire 30-34. Obviously, when it comes to bowling, it was again once again Jasprit Bumrah sparing the bowling attack, and Kuldeep Yadav taking those crucial wickets, and not to forget Hardik
Hardik
Pandya as
Pandya.
well.
Yeah.
So overall, it was a team game, and it was a brilliant win.
And yeah, I completely agree with Devashish. It's been an overall great performance. The intent was shown by the openers Virat and Rohit, which gave them a sort of the start that they needed. And of course, I think Hardik Pandya's innings was just spectacular. After all that was said, when he was playing for Mumbai Indians, all the backlash that was received, I think it's been quite a good comeback. It's just been a game. It's been one game for him where he's performed. But I think now we can start to see a stronger comeback by Hardik Pandya. And again, Jasprit Bumrah is just fantastic, Devashish. I think he's really, really spectacular and really special. And he's been the backbone of this Indian team for quite some time now. These are some other visuals that Devashish has taken in the game today. Have a look at these. Shivam Dubey, your thoughts on Shivam Dubey?
Yeah, he has done well. Means obviously he was under a lot of pressure, but then given the way he played, I think he is definitely going to play in that game against Australia. And so for the time being, Sanju Samsung, it is unfair on him as well. But then Shivam Dubey, for me, I reckon we will definitely be playing
There were
him.
some big shots as well, which
Yes, absolutely,
gave us the
absolutely.
glimpses of the brilliance. He would have liked to kick on, but unfortunately he could not do that. But there were some shots of brilliance. I think he's done just about enough to retain his place
Yeah,
in the
just about
11.
enough to say retain his place for the game against Australia. Until and unless if there is any fitness concern, I think the team management will not tinker with the playing 11, rather the winning combination.
And the most special photo that Devashish had taken, I think, is this. This picture speaks a thousand words. Do you want to speak about this photo?
Yeah, absolutely. With both Rohit Sharma and Virat and Hardik Pandya, the captain and the vice captain, has left aside all the indifferences that we saw in the IPL. And obviously they know what their job
Hmm.
is, what their role is. Obviously they are the captain, vice captain, so a lot to look forward to. And in fact, we saw when Hardik was bowling, Rohit rushed to him and
Hmm.
had some words of advice, and then Hardik vice versa. Hardik also in previous matches we saw Hardik going to Rohit and
Yeah.
suggesting his views. So this is what a good team wants. Means obviously there has to be a good understanding between the captain and the vice captain that translates into the other members of the team, and that is why this Indian team is performing so well.
Yeah, you're right. I think this team is coming together as one unit, and when that team happens to come together as one unit, you're bound to perform together and do well.
And once again,
Yeah.
let Shongbit Dotto বিশ্বাস, can you just flash
Yeah.
that the message? Obviously, Afghanistan, that opening pair of
Yeah.
Afghanistan, Ramanullah Gurbaz and Ibrahim Jadran did not fire against India, but once again they showed what it takes to them. Means obviously they are turning out to be one of the
Mm.
swashbuckling opening pairs in T20 format, and once again they showed it once again today against Australia.
Yeah, against a
The
good
manner,
bowling attack.
again a century partnership, and the manner in which they batted, obviously they will feel let down because they played like this in the game against India, things would have been different.
Yeah. You're right. I think the Afghanistan team also has a lot of potential. It's about finding that right point where you can possibly go ahead and win that, win a particular game, which they will have to start doing more often. But this side definitely, we've spoken on ref sports as well, has the potential of beating all big sides. Address this question, Devashish.
What is this? I was watching Bangladeshi news channel yesterday, and they were all crying about India getting the center wicket for practice. I don't get what the fuss is all about. They are always absolutely. They always scribble, and as if they don't have the opportunity. They would have practiced as well, but then given that they had a match day before yesterday, they played against Australia at the same venue, so they chose not to practice. But why should you complain about India training? Because
Yeah.
it was an optional practice session where Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Ravindra Jadeja, Sanju Samson turned up. So and in fact, it was they were not pressing. They were practicing by the side of the center wicket. It's not that they were practicing. And so why cribble? Means obviously
Hmm.
they could have also taken the opportunity of practicing train, because practice makes a man perfect. So what's the problem in practicing? So it's their call. But then Indians, and we could actually see the way Virat and Rohit batted in that
Yeah.
optional practice session. They batted for almost half an hour, 40 minutes. We were there present. We were there present along with a handful of Indian media, and capturing the images. Obviously, Rohit and Virat both took throwdowns from Nuwan Senaviratne and
Hmm.
Dayanand, and Khalil Ahmed also bowled to both of them. And there were a couple of spinners as well, local spinners as well. So you could actually clearly make out that both Rohit, Virat, and Ravindra Jadeja were very focused in trying to leave aside the off form and get going. And that is what happened against in the game against Bangladesh. They batted with a lot of
Yeah.
positive intent.
Yes.
They were very positive right from the word go. They played some great shots, a few sixes, and what more can you ask for? Means obviously that is what was missing in the previous message. But then, and that is what the template is. Template is all about as far
Yeah.
as
Take it
T20
on.
format is.
Yeah.
So I think Indian team is picking at the right time. I would say, obviously, you might argue that a win against Afghanistan or a Bangladesh, who
Mm.
are not considered to be the top teams in the world, but mind you, they are one of the better teams. I would say, when improving sides when it comes to T20 cricket. So I think India will take a lot of positives going into the match against Australia.
Yes, a lot of positives for sure. And this team is coming together, like you mentioned. Everyone seems to be bonding well. They seem to be in a good mood, and everyone knows their roles and responsibilities that they have to carry out. So, against Australia will be the true test. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Indian team comes against Australia. Maybe the teams that they played now probably aren't at the same caliber, but it's a World Cup game. It's a T20 game. Any team can win on that given day. But yes, Australia will be that true test. It'll be interesting to see how this team steps up against Australia, knowing what happened just 6 to 7 months back when the Aussies defeated India in that big World Cup final. So that will definitely play in the back of their minds as well. So I think keeping that mental block out, focusing on what you've been doing right now in this tournament will be of the greatest importance. But just to sum up this Antigua life, how's it been for you, Devashish? Has it been enjoyable? You've been here thrice.
No, obviously we are putting up a new video. We are putting up a video as an Antigua wrap up. So let's not disclose it
Hmm.
right now. But then it has been a thoroughly enjoyable experience being in Antigua for the last 3 days. Obviously, next destination will be Saint Lucia, where we will be sending you updates from the match between India and Australia, and then to Guyana for the big semi-final. And so everything to watch out for, Ishan.
Yeah.
But then it has been truly an enjoyable stay here in Antigua.
It has. It truly has. There's a lot of action coming your way. 8 to 9 days left, so make sure that you stay tuned with Ref Sports. Make sure you help us in giving that final push. We've been working very hard until now. We want to end it off on a good note as well. We need
But once again,
everyone's support.
let us update our viewers, whoever is watching the Rep Sports Global right now, is that the Indian team has left for St. Lucia.
Yeah.
They have reached by now, so
Mhm.
and they won't be having any practice sessions. Obviously, Paras Mamre, the bowling coach, was present for the pre-match press conference, which was embargoed, which took place in Antigua at Sir Vivian Richards Stadium after the win against Bangladesh. So there won't be any press conferences. There won't be any training session in St. Lucia for the Indian team. Neither the Australians will train, nor they will have any press conferences, because as we speak right now
Mhm.
during this live, Australia and Afghanistan are facing each other.
Yeah.
So
And we'll be giving the updates of that
yes,
game as
absolutely.
well.
We will be sharing the updates as we'll be putting a new video on the net
Yeah.
run rate
Yes.
and how the teams fared in this group. Obviously, the other group, which has been considered as a group of death, it's going to be very interesting whether England or West Indies make it
South
to the
Africa.
semi-final, make it to the semi-finals, because South Africa are already through to the semi-finals. So it goes to be seen who is the second team and who India will play against. So
Yeah.
Nishan, obviously,
A lot of action
we would
coming in.
rather love to show our viewers what we witnessed. Means obviously, we were at the VC Bod International Airport here in Antigua. The Indian team they traveled to Saint Lucia, and we at Rep Sports
Yeah.
will obviously we're at the VC Bod International Airport to capture the visuals of the Indian team's departure. And let's play the video once again
one
to
more?
show our
All right.
viewers. Obviously, these are all
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah, they go to St. Lucia.
These are the teams, right? I know they have no countries.
Yes, so those are the visuals taken by Devashish. Some really nice ones there. We managed getting lucky. We managed being the only ones out there to get those visuals. So really special. But yes, like Devashish mentioned, just continue supporting us, and we'll see you all really soon. The Afghanistan game as well. We'll be giving the updates. Afghanistan, Australia. It's a big game, so don't miss out on that as well. This is Ishan and Devashish signing off from Dutch Post. We'll see you all really, really soon. Thank you.